Welcome to the Riverside Stadium for Middlesbrough against Manchester United. It's always one of the big games for any Boro fan looking ahead to the fixture list, or when the fixture list rather come out. Manchester United home. Bernie, what are you looking forward to this afternoon?
We're looking for a similar performance as we did against Everton in midweek in the Carling Cup. We beat Everton 1-0, but Steve McClaren does make 4 changes this afternoon. But I'm looking for a bit of entertainment and hopefully a few goals and obviously 3 points.
For Sir Alex, he's been in a bit of pressure recently. He was actually in one or two sections of the Old Trafford support had a word last week when they only drew 1-1 at home against Spurs. But do I say that every time we play Manchester United?
I think you do. I mean, you've been touting for Ferguson getting the sack for quite some time now, and it's never happened as yet. But obviously, Manchester United have been disrupted by injuries this season. Today, obviously, Giggs, Keane, Neville and Hines are all missing. But it's not about Manchester United, it's about Middlesbrough and what we're going to do.
And we don't have too good a record against Manchester United at the Riverside. Let's hope that alters this afternoon. Manchester United have actually won 6 of the last 7 league games that have been played.
Yeah, but we've been disappointing overall this season at the Riverside. You know, Arsenal apart, I think they've struggled big time. I mean, Sunderland hadn't won for 30 odd Premiership games. They beat us with 2. You've had Charlton came and whitewashed us 3-0. We've had a disastrous time, and we have to get back on the track.
As always, teams and formation.
Yeah, Steve McClaren sticks with the wing backs, 3 centre backs. Swatson will be in goal. The wing backs will be Povites and Parnaby. The 3 centre backs, Frank Woodrow, Riggett and Bates. The 3 midfield will be Rocking back on the left, Mendieta on the right, George Boateng central, and up front to spearhead the attack, Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank and Yakubu.
And Middlesbrough subs today will be Brad Jones, sub-goalkeeper, Zillard Nemeth, Doriver, James Morrison and Mark Viduka. And as you say, Boro coming into the game on the back of the Carling Cup victory over Everton, that provides a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, this wing-back system seems to be working a treat at the minute, and I think the key for it working is Povites and Parnaby. Both were excellent against Everton, and as long as they keep getting up, at times they're linking up with the front 2, and that's a good sign. So some say it's a negative formation, but if you do it the right way and the wing backs can get up and link up with the front men and deliver the crosses, I think it's a positive formation.
It's Bobby Charlton here watching on his Manchester United team, and Manchester United have Edwin van der Sar in goal. Right back, Manchester United is Phil Bardsley. Left back, John O'Shea. Centre halves of Rio Ferdinand and Mikel Silvestre. Left side of midfield, Jason Park. On the right side of midfield will be Darren Fletcher. Central midfield roles for Alan Smith and Paul Scholes. And up front, Ruud van Nistelrooy, who's got 9 in the last 11 in the Premier League, so he clearly is in very good form indeed, and he'll be partnered by Wayne Rooney. Subs for United, Tim Howard, Wes Brown, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kieran Richardson and Giuseppe Rossi. Our match referee today is Alan Wiley of Burntwood. Bernie van Nistelrooy, 9 in 11 in the Premier League.
He's the best in the business. I mean, if you're looking at the best player in the Premiership, I'd have to say Thierry Henry of Arsenal. But when you come to putting the ball in the back of the net, I think Van Nistelrooy is the top finisher.
Captain for Manchester United is Paul Scholes. Captain for the Boro today in the absence of Gareth Southgate is Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and Ruud van Nistelrooy, as we say, likely to be the man most likely to do some damage to Boro. Manchester United are on 999 Premier League goals so far. Let's hope they don't hit 1,000 this afternoon against the Boro. Boro looking though for a little bit of lift off with Premier League form, as you've said, Bernie, here at the Riverside. A touch disappointing, just that one big scalp of Arsenal to look back upon, and after saying that, only 1 defeat in the last 6 in all competitions. It's that old word, Steve McClaren, isn't it? Consistency, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, we're inconsistent to be consistent, if that makes sense. But no, so it's what we do today. But looking at Mendieta, he's going to be playing the right side of the 3. We've all been saying for a couple of years now, you, myself and the public at Teesside, that his best position is inside. Well, he's got the opportunity to prove it this afternoon.
You're looking forward to this, aren't you?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Manchester United, for me, are one of the biggest club sides in the world. Love them coming to the Riverside, but I hope we can send them away with the tail between the legs.
Referee checks the watch. We're about to get underway. Middlesbrough attacking from left to right as we look, and Rockenbach knocks the ball back a few yards. Immediately, Middlesbrough on the attack. It's a case of trying to impose yourself on teams such as Manchester United, so the opening 10 minutes here at the Riverside will be very interesting indeed, and also to see whether or not the wing-back system, as you talked about, works, and also Frank Woodrow adjusting to that role, playing inside. I thought at Everton he was terrific.
Yeah, he was excellent. I mean, I don't think we'd have went this way, this shape and formation, but for Gareth Southgate's injury. I think Steve McClaren's been forced to change it.
Odsley for Manchester United. Middlesbrough defending the new Holgate end penalty area, wanting to let the ball go out of play, I think, there for a moment or two, but it's eventually cleared. And Boro just tussling for possession of the game, about to settle down, just some 40 seconds into it. An acrobatic clearance draws a cheer from the crowd. Now guys, Mendy, the first touch in the midfield role. An appeal for offside. Well, there certainly was an appeal, Bernie, but the referee, Alan Wiley, waved aside.
The same opticians as you.
Not too sure about that. The Boo's not too sure why. For Wayne Rooney, very talented footballer. Ji-Sung Park, Manchester United inside the penalty area. Scholes tries from range. And Boro look to break. Floyd Hasselbank, Stuart Parnaby on the right-hand side as Yakubu looks to put pressure on Rio Ferdinand. It's the Boro supporters trying to urge their team to settle down a bit. I think here, George Boateng, Emmanuel Pogatetz, left wing back, looks inside. Gaisca Mendieta. Mendieta from range. Mendieta finds the back of the net. It's Spanish goal from Gaisca Mendieta. What a start for the Boro. What a start for Mendieta. An absolutely spectacular strike from distance. The goalkeeper may well have been deceived by the swerve on the ball, but that's just the start we wanted.
Well, it's a good ball for Pogatetz, but Mendieta gets out his feet, looks up. It's a terrific hit. You have to say, a goalkeeper of Van der Sar's stature really should have saved it. But nevertheless, it's a great start from Middlesbrough's point of view.
Look at this again and again. Mendieta, you're right.
Oh, it's a clanger.
Edwin Van der Sar. I know you've a few times at the Riverside when you watch Van der Sar play, so that a dodgy keeper.
Well, that shows he's a dodgy keeper. You should have listened to me years ago.
But what a start. Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 0. Gaisca Mendieta getting his first goal of the season.
It was great awareness from Mendieta. I mean, he's got out his feet. He's sort of have a dig here, early doors.
Hang on, here's Paul Scholes. Stopped just outside the penalty area, and that would be a free kick. Chris Riggett conceding the free kick. And the last thing Middlesbrough want to do, after going into the lead with that terrific strike from Mendieta, is to concede an equaliser. But with Rooney and with Van Nistelrooy, there is clear and present danger here.
No, you're right in saying that. You don't want to give needless free kicks away in and around the box. And at this minute in time, Van Nistelrooy, Rooney's on it, as is Paul Scholes. Spectacular
start to the game. Mendieta putting Boro into the lead. But here's Van Nistelrooy with a free kick. Certainly acceptable distance, whilst Boro sort out a defensive wall. What's in there? 2, 4, 6 players in the defensive wall. Referee still isn't happy, rather, with one or two things. I think it's on the edge of the wall where there's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank there. And a little bit of a push. Here's Van Nistelrooy. Doesn't really do anything with that. That's disappointing.
Oh, it's a daisy cutter. Didn't go off the ground. Disappointing. The wall stayed up, but it's a poor free kick from Van Nistelrooy.
We'll share them with a throw. Not a full Riverside Stadium this afternoon.
That's disappointing, Ali.
Just 30,000.
I mean, when the circus come to town, it's usually a sellout.
There's been a variety of kick-off times this season, but Mendieta imposing his mark early on the game. That great goal that's got us all excited. Just a couple of minutes in, Ji-Sung Park, did he run out of space? Not according to the linesman, and Mark Schwarzer gathers it very comfortably indeed to come towards the edge of the penalty area. Now we've got the early advantage. Do we push on?
Of course you do. You don't sit back in your laurels. You go and try and get another one.
Hasselbank, Yakubu, I think, gambled on the bounce the ball, beating Ferdinand.
He's come in for a bit of stick and criticism this season.
He certainly has. That's his England place, didn't he, as Boro get a free kick. Just tell me a little bit about what you see in Matthew Bates, Bernie.
I think he's composed, reads the game well. He's only 18 years of age, and obviously he's an out-and-out good defender. And no doubt he's got a great future.
There's Fergie out early.
Properly. He's out looking for you.
he might well be. So Alex Ferguson trying to orchestrate things from the Manchester United dugout area. 4 minutes in, 1-0 to the Boro. And Boro strikers trying to work in tandem and get these wing-backs coming forward again. Parnaby, stopped edge of the penalty area. And Mendieta's going to have to track back a little bit here, as Ji-Sung Park makes progress along the near side of play. And Matthew Bates is quick, assured.
Well, Bates, that's what the wing-backs get caught forward. One of your 3 centre-backs peels off and he stopped him in his tracks. But you have to say Mendieta ran about 40 yards there to help the young lad. Well done.
And there's a good atmosphere here this afternoon. I know we've had a couple of disappointing results at the Riverside during the course of the season so far, but always up for games against Manchester United. Ji-Sung Park making his way back into the midfield.
There's no guarantee for excitement, but you expect it when you've got players of calibre, Hasselbank, Viduka, Mendieta. You expect a bit of entertainment.
George Boateng doing the type of work that earns him Player of the Year awards. The donkey workers who are in the midfield, picking up the ball for his defenders. He is Mendieta, spraying the ball out towards the far side. Pogatetz didn't really get too much on it. Rockenbach. Fabio Rockenbach trying to link in with Pogatetz over on that far side. United clear. He is Rockenbach again. He had a super game against Arsenal on his home debut. Hopefully he can reproduce that type of form this afternoon against Manchester United. Shape. It seems Manchester United trying to probe along this near side, possibly trying to test out the Boro youngster Matthew Bates, but that's a really good challenge there.
Timely challenge, no messing.
It seems to be the great work done by the academy. Dave Parnaby, before him, of course, helping out Mark Proctor. And he is a free kick. And the strike was late there. I think the referee already, Bernie, is saying, Alan Wiley, that he's had enough, really, of that type of challenge.
Van Nistelrooy's not stopped moaning since the game kicked off.
I think listen to you occasionally in these commentaries. Rockenbach, stop, Boateng. Again, the outlet is the wing-back outlet, but unfortunately the pace on the ball just beat him there.
Pogatetz kept his shape and he's disciplined, but just too much pace in the ball.
Again, without going over the theme too much of wing-backs, Pogatetz started the season, or came in after his long suspension was finally completed as left-back, and tried him as centre-half, but he does like that role of getting forward. Yes, it means we can get Frank in the team as well.
Definitely, but some of the fans were disappointed because Frank, who's a fan's hero, if you like, was left out in the cold. But Pogatetz has settled in, he's doing very well.
Yakubu likes to come in from the wing, far side of play. £7.5 million signing this summer, of course. Tees it back up again. George Boateng, who's looking for 6 goals, he tells me, this season. And yet it just breaks down. And you've always got to be wary of this guy, Wayne Rooney, 20 years of age.
Going on 30.
So what are you going on?
55.
So it's 1-0 to Boro. The Come On Boro is echoing around the stadium. One or two timely challenges going in the midfield. And Yakubu strong. And as I said a little earlier, likes to come in from that far side of play, and unfortunately couldn't pick out Jimmy Yakubu.
Ball into Jimmy was a poor one.
And he's picking it back up again for George in the midfield area.
Again, Pogatetz hugging that line on the left.
Well, this is good stuff, isn't it? Hasselbank, the captain. Rockenbach, back it goes to Jimmy again. I think the crowd were urging him to look out wide and pick out the Austrian national Pogatetz. Who can he find in the air as a flick on, and Van der Sar comes out to gather it. Jimmy will be a little bit disappointed with his season so far, Bernie. Just a couple of goals come into this one. He's yet to get a goal in the Premier League this season.
Jimmy's not getting any younger. Jimmy knows when you spend £7 million in Yakubu that Yakubu's going to be #1 striker. I think it's a fight to see who's going to play alongside Yakubu. Is it going to be Jimmy? Is it going to be Viduka? Is it going to be Macaroni? We've got, what, 6-7 strikers on the books.
There's Mendieta, a growing influence on the game apart from his goal, already in the midfield area.
It was a perfect start for Mendieta. I mean, he's been out the whole of last season with a bad knee injury. Did well in recovering, and he's got us off to a glorious start.
Oh, that's not too bad a ball, is it? Kudra, beautifully weighted. Parnaby. And Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank edge of the, well, not so much edge of the area, but he gets the free kick anyway.
To be fair.
Well, all strikers do. You used to. Come on, Bernie.
Not at all.
Don't tell me that. I used to watch you play in front of the Holgate end. It's a free kick, shooting distance.
Without a doubt, Ali. Without a doubt. I mean,
well, especially bearing in mind he's already let one in the back of the net.
Yeah, what is it, 25 yards out, inside right position. Jimmy's having a go at Frank, probably moaning, saying, I want to hit it.
I think he's making that point very forcefully, and he's got the captain's armband on, so it's up to him, really. It does seem Hasselbank or Kudra. We remember last season, Stewie Downing from a similar angle, putting it in the top corner against West Bromwich Albion. So on that basis, you would favour Kudra to have a go at this one and try and test Van der Sar. Instead, it's Hasselbank, and doesn't really get off the floor at all.
Van der Sar could have threw his cap on that. No pace, nothing. It was a wasted free kick, to be honest.
I was going to say it was almost the same as Van Nistelrooy at the other end of the pitch.
I was going to say one from the training ground, but surely not.
No, they don't practice to miss, I don't think.
No, we've seen Jimmy in the past hitting some glorious free kicks, haven't we?
Well, especially at the end of last season. Against,
that wasn't one of them.
I was going to say against the other team in Manchester City, when Jimmy secured UEFA Cup football, that terrific strike. Kudrip.
Rocking back's not been in it.
Not so far.
Not so far.
But in a sense, he's a big game player, Bernie. You know, he came to originally to Barcelona, then to Sporting Lisbon. We saw him play against us last season in the UEFA Cup, and he's just adjusting to life in the Premiership. How long did it take you to adjust to life in Middlesbrough? But he's still adjusting.
The time I was adjusting, I was off.
So we reached 10 minutes into the game, and Boro still lead by the guys. Mendy to go. That's the reason for smiles almost being portrayed in the voice. O'Shea for United. Rooney dropping back in the midfield just to get a few touches. Wayne Rooney. You can pick him out in the picture there, just sprinting towards the penalty area where he will be dangerous indeed. Alan Smith. A good pass. Van Nistelrooy turns his marker, looks to feed in towards Rooney. That's a terrific block there, Chris Riggett. Yeah,
first real sense of danger, but Chris Riggett was alive to the situation. It was a great last-ditch challenge and cleared the danger. But Van Nistelrooy, lovely weighted pass into the path of Rooney, and Rooney just round about the penalty spot. He was ready to pick his spot, but what a tackle, what a challenge.
There was no margin for error there, was there, with Chris Riggett? If he'd made a mistake, that would have been a penalty kick, and United would have had an opportunity to get back on level terms. As it was, a great challenge by Chris Riggett. Corner kick still to be defended. Scholes whips it in, and it's headed out from the edge of the 6-yard box. It was indeed Bernie Jason Pack then. Left-hand side of play. There's danger here. He's inside the penalty area. The ball is still to be cleared, and eventually Mark Schwarzer gets it.
Yeah, it was a scuffed effort from O'Shea.
I think we're grateful it fell to O'Shea as opposed to, say, Van Nistelrooy or Rooney inside that box. This is what you don't want to see.
I think he hit it with shin.
Or just inside the 90 half now with Mendieta.
But again, you can see Pogatet's on the far side.
Wants the ball and gets it, doesn't he?
Well, that's your outlet every time. He should be hugging the line on the left, and Parnaby should be doing likewise on the right.
The thing is, Mendieta keeps on wanting to touch the ball there in this midfield. Look at that little flick. I know you don't like your little flicks, rather that was quite good.
It's okay when you're winning.
Boro coming forward, looking for a second goal. Rocking back. It just gives so many more options when you've got the wing backs pushing on, as Parnaby's done actually inside the penalty area there, but it's Rocking back with the opportunity to cross. And dips out.
That's really Rocking back's first kick of the game, and unfortunately it's a poor one. I mean, he must be getting frustrated in that inside left position. He's come over to the right, and he's got time to get out his feet and pick a red shirt out. Failed to do so.
Yes, this is just a repeat of the goal, and it was a terrific strike, wasn't it, from Mendieta?
That was a great strike, but it's a clanger. No ifs or buts.
You're being churlish, Bernard. I thought that was a great strike.
No, if I'm the guy that's hitting it, it's a goal for me. I don't care how it went in. If I hit my backside, my ear, it doesn't matter. Mendy will be delighted. The Boro faithful is delighted. But it was a goal-kicking clanger.
I think it was a good shot. It's these new footballs, you know, they move around a little bit. I'm trying to make it an excuse, but it was still a great start for Boro.
That's not you.
And well, I thought you'd look happier than that.
Well, he knows there's a long way to go.
Must have got a copy of your book.
No, it's worse than that.
He's on the telephone already. Get me a copy of Bernie's book, please. Delivered to the director's box at the Riverside Stadium. And we're able to relax a little bit because Boro have that good start and that good platform to hopefully push on for what would be a relatively rare victory over Manchester United here at the Riverside Stadium. We said the stat, I think, before kick-off, but Manchester United have won 6 out of the last 7 Premier League games played here. As a free kick is rather wasted. There's something comfortable today about the way in which Middlesbrough in possession, picking out players. After saying that, it's the commentator's nightmare, isn't it? There's the ball.
Good vision from Bates.
No, but the point I was making is the way in which Middlesbrough looks so comfortable, relaxed on the ball this afternoon. We're using it well.
We've got an early lead and we're composed, we're strutting the ball about. The onus is on United to try and bring or get a goal and get back in the game.
Shape. And Mr. Roy Bates trying to get close to him. Here's Scholes, who will spread the play out wide to the right-hand side. So we're going to be careful here. Bardsley chips it in towards the penalty area.
Bates again.
It was Bernie right. And here's Geisker Mendieta. And Mendieta approaching the halfway line. Boateng trying to link in there with Jimmy, but he's Geisker Mendieta. Mendieta edge of the penalty area. Mendy hits it over the top of the bar.
Good strike from Mendieta. We'll see it again. I thought the ball should have been played wide left. We tried to force it through. I mean, it was a great counter-attack, if you like. Mendieta's, he's run away. He's played it into Yakubu. Well, Boateng into Yakubu. It was a bad ball. But Mendy picks up the scraps and hits it. Well, he's right peg. Unfortunately, it was off target. But that was hit with sheer venom. I'm sure if it was on target, it would have been 2-0.
On the evidence of what happened after 2 minutes, you're probably quite right. Unfortunately, it wasn't 2-0. Jason Park and Scholes, who will again look to bring width to the game. Fletcher. A lot of United possession.
We've got a lot of red shirts back there.
A lot of concentration, Bernie. Oof. I think that was like one of my challenges in the five-a-side game there. Pogatetz, he relishes the physical side of things.
Yeah, he does. No messing with the defender. He's getting a yellow card. He's pleading his innocence. We'll see it again in the replay. And the ball's played.
Well, the ball's said to be won.
Two-footed tackle on him, nowhere near the ball. He was a day late.
Well, Alan Wiley is making that point to Emmanuel Pogatetz. He becomes the first player to be booked this afternoon. A quarter of an hour has been played, which means that Pogatetz will be on a little bit of thin ice for the rest of the game. He can't put in any more challenges of that nature, otherwise Boro will be down to 10 men. George Boateng insisting that the line is held high. Free kick whipped in. Well, I have to say that's dreadful execution.
Cool.
Mendieta
has been heavily involved.
He has, and the crowd sense that, don't they, when he receives the ball? Oh, goodness me. Well, if Pogatetz was booked on the far side, shouldn't Jason Park follow him into the referee's notebook?
I don't think it was as bad as Pogatetz, to be fair.
Well,
are we ticking off?
Well, come on, what was the difference between Pogatetz going in and fouling when the ball had gone and Jason Park going in there?
It was 1 foot.
I'll let silence tell a story there. We disagree, as we tend to from time to time. But either way, it is a free kick to the Boro, and just the one booking so far in the match, and also just the one goal so far in the match. Mendy's piece of Spanish gold. And Mendieta wins his header. Rooney again providing the outlet. Van Nistelrooy coming to the wing. Jason Park, who has been booed by the crowd for that foul of a couple of moments ago that didn't receive the caution. But you've made the point already. Look at them with red shirts back.
There's plenty back there. And United are finding it very difficult. I mean, Van Nistelrooy's covered every inch of the park on his backside, and then his frustration shown. He should get booked for that.
I think the Boro players, well, they certainly are. You can see it for yourselves there.
He deserves it. Have that, Rudd. And he applauded the referee. He should be sent off for that.
Well, Wayne Rooney will probably tell him that if he'd done that in Spain, he would have been sent off, because, of course, Rooney was sent off for applauding the referee. Villarreal, Manchester United.
He stood in Georgie's left foot and then he just lungs at him.
Well, in a way, Bernie, although it will be painful for George Boateng, that's a sign of frustration from the visitors, isn't it?
I mean, Van Nistelrooy and Rooney have been very quiet so far. I mean, long way to go. We did very well defensively.
It goes without saying, you need to keep your eye on Ruud van Nistelrooy. 9 in the last 11 in the Premier League. After last season being disappointed by his standards, affected by injury. Mendieta. Good body strength there by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Kubu's inside the box. Hasselbank's there as well. Cross disappointing. Here's Mendieta though. Seems to be picking up everything in midfield, guys. Mendieta.
A magnet.
back, concedes the free kick.
That's a silly foul, isn't it?
Well, it is, because Boro have a bit of momentum going on that particular occasion.
Well, lads facing Smith facing his own goal. No need to dive in there.
It's relief to get a bit of
concentration of shape.
Well, there's been a couple of signs recently. This could be a good afternoon for us. Van Nistelrooy's frustration making him get a yellow card off the referee. And some of the Manchester United passing has been poor. We've seen a dreadful free kick and that crossfield ball as George Boateng changed his boots.
But you think if we could get the service into our front two, Ali, and the wing backs do their job as good as they've been doing, we can get it Bardsley, O'Shea, Ferdinand and Sylvester.
A good ball from Mendieta. Pogatetz running against Bardsley. Cross deflects and the goalkeeper, I was going to say, came and then stopped and eventually got there. Edwin van der Sar. I always pause whenever he's going for the box, you never know what's going to go on. Boateng wants to come back on again. Referee being urged to let him come back on, which he does. And Boro having to defend that new Holgate end penalty area. Van Nistelrooy plays a 1-2, tries to get between defenders.
What red shots there, Ali?
Rooney is in fiercely, and Mark Schwarzer collects it. He's wearing an England shirt. I'm a big fan of that guy, but when he's playing against, not quite so.
No, he's
some talent though.
Yeah, he's world class.
That's Mark Schwarzer's clearance.
I hope the crowd's not saying that you, Ali.
I think we'll have to fade the effect of this microphone down a little bit if they've spotted me in the stand.
Well, we can laugh, Ali, we're winning 1-0.
Well, of course we can.
On cruise control, United's not hurt us in any way, shape or form.
And I thought it was looking thinner these days. He skulls halfway line, floats a ball down the pitch in the direction of Rooney. Bates is across covering. Almost 19 minutes played. And the work rate being put in by Boro so far is terrific stuff. But always dangerous, just 1 goal margin. The slip could be costly. Concentration kept high there. Bardsley, he hasn't been effective on the right as Ji-sung Park has been coming forward on the left hand side, has he?
No, he's had no joy whatsoever now, not right.
Coming up against Pogatetz and Kadri combination. A good play again by Boro in the left back area. So we find Hasselbank. This is what I was talking about, comfortable in possession then. Keeping it.
Playing it along the back line, looking for a chink in the United rear guard. Force ball, isn't it?
Just a little bit, but then they give it away. Rockenbach, Hasselbank. Rockenbach's continued to go out wide. Dragging players towards him. Mendy raised his arm to want the ball there, and Rockenbach will get a free kick.
Scholesy having a whinge, but it's definite free kick.
I keep saying it, but you don't mind Manchester United moaning and whinging a bit, because it means they're feeling a bit of pressure. And it was a free kick.
Yeah, definitely. Going for a good delivery.
Well, a second goal would be terrific. What Rockenbach can bring from this situation. Riggett's gone forward, so too has Frank Kadri, who had the aerial threat. The free kick's a bit disappointing. Don't you be sighing alongside?
No, you have to beat that first man, Ali. When it's a dead ball.
It's acrobatic from Frank. He's felt a few frustrations this season, Frank, hasn't he?
I mean, he's been the #1 fullback, and as I say, he's a fan's favourite, firm fan's favourite, but since the arrival of Pogatetz, he's beginning to feel the heat.
Jason Park. Very close attendance, Parnby, Mendieta.
That is a lovely ball.
That's a beautiful pass. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank on the bounce, work to do, doing it well. Hasselbank, magnificent goal from Jimmy the Hitman Hasselbank. It's 2 to the Boro. It's dreamland at the Riverside against Manchester United, and Jimmy gets his first Premier League goal of the season. But the artistry, the opening was created by Mendieta.
Fantastic ball from Mendieta. First of all, it's great vision, lovely weighted pass over the top of Ferdinand. Jimmy's still got a lot of work to do. Touches it by Ferdinand. It's a great finish. Van der Sar will be a wee bit disappointed. He couldn't maybe parry it or hang on to it. But Jimmy, he made Ferdinand look like a pub player. 2-0 to Boro.
Brilliant.
What a start, what a first half.
Well, Ferdinand will be disappointed, but Jimmy won't be. That was a class finish from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Delighted that he's third in total for the season, but his previous goals coming in cup competitions. The Carling Cup against Everton in midweek, and before that against Zurich. Oh dear, Rio.
Having a tough time, Rio. As I say, Jimmy's what, 33? And he left him for dead.
It was all about the turn, it was all about the pass from Mendy,
It was all about the pass initially, but Jimmy still had a lot of work to do. He's faced with Ferdinand. He's put it one way, went round the other, and stuck it by the goalkeeper and gave us a glorious lead.
Trying to chew on Sir Alex. He doesn't look very happy about the situation at the moment, but we're quite happy with it. Mendieta in the second minute, and then Jimmy.
Fergie must be thinking I should have chucked it a couple of years back.
Mendieta is having a good game so far.
But he's proven that the middle midfielder in one, rather than being isolated in the right wing, is his best position, Ali. He's had a great first half so far.
It was where he played, wasn't it, when he was a £28-29 million footballer for Valencia.
He's looking at today.
The whole Middlesbrough team looking full of confidence today. I was about to say what a grip all that is, but he is Mendieta once more. And every time he's getting the ball today, there's a bit of urgency comes into my voice, or expectancy rather. Mendieta again. Let's go back to last season, was so disappointing for Mendieta. Cruciate ligament injury ruled him out from about September for the rest of the season. And it is difficult to come back from those injuries, isn't it? We saw Juninho, for example, suffer a similar injury.
Yeah, I've played with guys over the years, Ali. Some guys have actually had to retire because of those injuries.
It used to be a career-threatening injury. Thankfully, surgery these days helps players to recover. Here's O'Shea, right foot in the box. Bates meets it. And Boro pushing up. 2-0 up against Manchester United. 24 minutes into it. As Rockenbach spreads the play delightfully. Parnaby right-hand side. Yakubu made a tracking run there to allow a gap for Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, but it's...
There's Pogatetz again. United don't know how to cope with this wing-back system.
It worked well for Middlesbrough last season at Old Trafford when Boro got a 1-1 draw.
And it's certainly working again this afternoon.
Homework has been done. And when it's played well, it does really ask a lot of questions of the opposition when your wing-backs push forward and create the chances.
There, Pogatetz is level with the front two.
Well, it's almost 4-2-4, isn't it, on such occasions? Here's Parnaby. And the entry into the box.
If you've got wing-backs that don't pass the halfway line, then it's a negative formation. But in Parnaby and Pogatetz, they've got the engines, they're fit, they're quick, and they're getting up and down, they're playing really, really well. And
Manchester having to drag players back. A third goal for Middlesbrough after up to 24 minutes now. We're effectively killed the game midway through this first half. Rockenbach to take the corner kick. Plenty of height in there. It's Ferdinand who clears it. Boateng puts it back in. Pogatetz actually stayed on this right-hand side. He's gone on the overlap. So it'll be Khedira actually on the far side of the wing-back system at the moment. Here's Yakubu out wide. He needs to come in from the wing.
Just intent to keep the ball.
That's 2-0 advantage.
Why not?
It's up to Manchester United to try and force their way back into it. After the disappointment of some Riverside afternoons you and I have sat at this season, Bernie, I'm thinking most particularly of Sunderland at home in the local derby. This is a lot better. You've got to do it in front of your home supporters. And okay, we're only 25 minutes in.
We seem to do it. We've got a history of doing it against the big boys, i.e. Man United, Arsenal and company, and when we come to smaller teams like Portsmouth and Charlton and Sunderland, we tend to falter. And that's been a scenario for 20 years I've been in Teesside.
So you were responsible?
My fault.
Well, Manchester are going to make an early change. Kieran Richardson is coming on, and Phil Barnsley, yes he is, the right back, is going to go off. And Kieran Richardson has been playing predominantly as a left back. So I wonder whether there'll be a bit of a... Well, obviously there will be a swap and change down. They'll just push O'Shea up towards the right-hand side.
They'll do, yeah. Barnsley obviously disappointed. Young lad, getting the hook way before half-time.
So Kane Richardson has come on. He was on loan with West Bromwich Albion for last season. Here he is. He gets his first touch. So he's definitely on the left-hand side.
Fairly quick, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Signed a new contract recently for United. And O'Shea's gone the far side. And Boro clear it. That's just all down, I'm sure, to Sir Alex being very, very concerned about, on Middlesbrough's left, the way in which Pogatetz is rushing. Mendietta's been given a hurry up there by Rooney.
The first time he's been quite in possession.
Wayne Rooney approaching the penalty area. Rooney, in fact, inside the penalty area. Wayne Rooney.
He'll end up in the water. Oh, he's hit the century board. What a clock that is.
You'll be after some extra money. But it was Mendieta for once there. We can see caught in possession.
Caught in possession. I mean, Rooney's pace and his strength, but he just ran right into the hood and then right into the boards.
And got a little bit frustrated, Wayne Rooney. Sir Alex is almost out there of the technical area, giving instructions to his team. He's rattled. Manchester United are rattled. We've got a terrific springboard so far with Mendieta and with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and deserving it.
Can't question it, Ali. We've played some good stuff. The wing-back system's worked a treat.
Hang on.
Mendy's on fire, and we've got 2 goals.
We have. Here's Boateng. Look at Pogatetz, he's sprinting up their far side. He wanted it. Instead he comes to the near side of play. Parnaby. Couldn't figure out shares. It'd be good to see Stu Parnaby this season impose himself. I mean,
a clear run.
He's been given an opportunity. You know, Tony McMahon, unfortunately, is out injured until the turn of the year. Abel Xavier suspended. And last season, Michael Reisiger didn't really impress, and he departed early part of this campaign. So it's an opportunity for Stewie Parnaby if he can stay free of injury.
Huge as good as we've got if he can stay clear of injuries, Ali.
He's have to defend here. Here's Kieran Richardson against Parnaby. Richardson pushing it on the outside.
Yeah, Parnaby did enough.
Just show him the outside, and if he can cross like that.
But looking at Mendy's performance so far, if Mendy was to go back and play on the wing again, the outside right, I think he becomes half the player.
Well, we can continue. We will discuss it, no doubt. Well, let's discuss it now as Mark Schwartz takes it. Guys, Mendieta, you're quite right. £29 million football, Valencia, one of the best footballers of his generation at that time in Europe, as Valencia got to 2 European Cup finals, playing through the middle as a supporting foil for his strikers, and hopefully he can be used like that here.
I watched the start of this season, pre-season, Reisiger at right back, Mendy in front on the right wing, and I said before the season kicked off that wouldn't work. Reisiger since departed. Mendy is playing inside now and he's having a great game. Let's hope he can stay there.
And he breaks down on the red wall in front of the new Holgate end. Come back on that left-hand side.
Too tight.
Alan Smith coming out on top. Jason Paco's come infield, slipped by Van Nistelrooy. Still danger. Jason Pack from distance. I'm not going to use your phrase about throwing caps on footballs.
No need to throw your cap, it was off target.
I was going to... Oh, we watch a replay of Jason Pack's effort here.
I mean, his movement's good, and Van Nistelrooy, good layoff.
No, I was going to make the point about guys coming in when Sir Alex Ferguson went across to watch him play for Valencia. And Gordon McQueen, who used to be Middlesbrough coach, of course, you and I know Gordon only too well, asked Sir Alex who he was watching that afternoon, and he said, I've come to watch a player who I certainly can't afford. I've got no more chance of signing him than the man in the moon. He was talking about Guy Mendieta. He was that good at that time. A bit of a groan as the move breaks down.
It's been a scruffy 5 minutes.
Well, we've had 29 minutes played, leading Manchester United 2-0. We can afford a scruffy.
Of course we can. Yeah.
We can't afford to concede a goal, though. That would be a problem. Dan Fletcher. O'Shea, who switched with that substitution to the right, curves the ball in, and Bates with an unimpeded clearance. And here go the strikers. Yakubu was hopeful that ball would drop. There's a bit of a delay by Silvestre. And now Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank hurrying up Rio Ferdinand. Just briefly, do you see Yakubu Hasselbank as the #1 partnership?
Me personally, I'd rather have Viduka up front alongside Yakubu.
Viduka, one of the Middlesbrough subs today. Rooney's come out wide. Still danger. Rooney into the box. Van Nistelrooy back to goal. Need of support possibly. The shot takes deflection. Richardson's there. And Mark Schwartz got to his feet. It's out of play and Boro get a throw in.
I have to see this squad system. Personally, I couldn't deal with it. If I was scoring goals on the Saturday...
Quick look at that though. Bit of danger. That's the problem when you've got Van Nistelrooy in the penalty area.
If you look at our picture, he's surrounded with about 5 red shirts.
Nowhere to go.
Where to go? They've defended brilliantly.
Half an hour in.
You're talking about the strikers, Ali.
Yeah.
Viduka, Hassel. I mean, there's 6-7 strikers at their disposal. Steve can only play 2 maximum. And Viduka, if he scores on a Saturday, there's no guarantee.
I mean, this is a quick throw taken here. Pogatet's with an opportunity. Van der Sar's come all the way out. He's colliding to Pogatet's. I mean, what went on there? Pogatet's is having a look about.
Obviously, it wouldn't have counted.
Well, he can't have been offside. So what was the reason why we were stopping there?
The fans are booing.
No, I think... Yes, it's because the referee, or rather the assistant, actually gave the throw to Manchester. We tried to take a quick one there and claimed it was ours. If it had been a Boro throw, then Pogatet's was away. Bits across again. Odimi, Jisung Park coming in from the flank into the penalty area. Van Nistelrooy, Scholes takes deflection, flicked on by Rooney. Still there's danger, and Boro clear it to the huge applause of the fans. Manchester United are trying to get a foothold back into the game that they're 2-0 down in. It's a throw in for the visitors on that far side. Don't want to concede in the next few moments, Bernie.
Definitely not.
Cross into the box. Riggett's header is powerful. Do you think the gap is too big already for Manchester United? Goodness me, we aren't into November yet to make one Chelsea.
I think definitely. I mean, it's becoming like Scotland, Ali. The last few years at Scotland, i.e. the Premier League, saying it's Mickey Mouse. England's becoming like that. We know who's going to win the championship before the season starts. The last 10 years, you knew who was going to win the Premier League. This year's no different, which is sad.
A lot of work for United to do. Kieran Richardson. Robbo would like to have taken him back to West Brom this season, but Sir Alex wants him in the Manchester United side. Mark Schwarzer, Boro #1, Australian international as well. He wants a clean sheet this afternoon. Boro actually haven't kept a clean sheet to Manchester United at the Riverside in 10 games. So the odds are on that particular stat, United will get their 1,000th Premier League goal today. But a 2-0 to the Boro. Still got hope of the full 3 points. Well, more than hope. It's been a terrific 30 minutes so far. Free kick conceded though by Rockenbach.
Yeah, it's another challenge, isn't it?
You're going to say needless free kick, aren't you?
It is needless.
It's a quickly taken one. Fletcher. It's good tackling back by Yakubu. Botan. Look at Mendy in the gap. Takes it on. But they're putting almost a couple of players in that midfield area every time Mendy receives the ball this afternoon, such as his threat to United. Some pack, was that a free kick?
Parnaby's come off. He's struggling as well, Parnaby. I think the lad just clipped his shin bone. And Stewie's not got a shin pad on, has he?
Well, I think, yes, he has.
It's come down.
Yeah, he has got a shin pad on. They would be checked by the referee.
Yeah,
Let's have a little look at this one here.
Yeah.
Did he actually touch him there?
Stewie didn't.
Come on, expert.
No, he didn't.
He actually put... Jason actually put his
studs right down his shin bone. That's why his shin pad had moved.
So that should have been a Middlesbrough free kick.
I agree with that one, Ali.
Have we agreed?
For once. That's all bad once in 10 years.
You can tell Middlesbrough doing well because we're agreeing in the commentary. 33 minutes in, a 2-0. But pain for Stuart Parnaby. Hopefully he'll be okay. Chris Mosley, the Middlesbrough physio. Yeah, he's up and all right. Parnaby's okay to come on. Or to come back on again, rather. And just to confirm, as we saw there, he does have his shin pads on, Bernard. Right.
I told you that.
Scholes free kick, dangerous. Up goes Mark Schwarzer. Good handling by the Aussie. And throws it out quickly to Rockenbach. Smith and O'Shea in contention. Rockenbach just keeping it at the moment. He's going to try and spread it right across the near side. Terrific vision. Great execution. Parnaby into the penalty area.
Great ball. It's a great ball, Ali. You have to see where was Yakubu. I mean, Jimmy a wee bit flat-footed. Maybe his anticipation could have been greater to get across the front post. But when Jimmy's missed it, you're looking for Yakubu to come in behind him.
So what a pass that was from Rockenbach across the pitch to spread the play from the far side. That's a good challenge.
It was a dream ball, Ali. It's just what it is. You're hitting the space as opposed to hitting the man.
It's Frank did earlier in the half, didn't he?
And invite the forward to go and get it.
Rooney. And this Leroy. There's a stumble there. There's an opportunity now for Yakubu. Jimmy's going on a run. Look at him darting away. Alex Mendieta though. 10 minutes away from half time. 2-goal advantage. Mendieta, Hasselbank. And we can't afford to lay over Putty's passing in the half line, otherwise Boro will be under unnecessary pressure, which they are at the moment. Richardson, who's back? Mendy's back.
Good play.
Can we play like this every week? Please.
I'll tell you what, you'd need another tier on the stand if we played like this every week.
I certainly would. Mendieta. Big influence this half. Mendieta coming forward. Barnaby, chance to measure across. Right-footed, doesn't really do well, doesn't pick a red shirt out. But there again, Sylvester was quite lucky to get away with his clearance. Look at that. How often do you see Manchester United teams just playing hit and hope balls out of the penalty area, which is what happened on that occasion? Not very often. Could be the hairdryer treatment from Sir Alex at half-time for this lot.
Yeah, with the Bunsen burner treatment.
The Bunsen what? Right. Oh, Rooney. Decent back central roll. There's Boateng. Oh, I thought that was just a good challenge by George.
And George is saying, come on, referee. Get it sorted. I never touched him. We'll see it again.
Or not, as the case would be.
No, maybe not.
Right. Sylvester. Jason Pack. And this Roy at the angle in the area. He gets a shot away. Schwarzer down smartly.
Yeah, good turning shot for Van Nistelrooy, but I have to be honest and say I would have been majorly disappointed if Mark Schwarzer would have let it creep in the bottom left-hand corner.
He's got that yard there, hasn't he, Van Nistelrooy?
Keeper should never get beaten at the bottom left-hand corner, especially from an angle like that. But well done, Schwarzer. It was a good parry round the post.
Yes. Kick then. Shouted away, not the way it was, but back in. Middlesbrough area, crowded. Somebody's got to take control here. There's plenty of red shirts there. They're not cleared as yet.
That Bates again there.
And here's Yakubu. There's so many blue shirts forward. Boro could have a real break on here. Look at the red shirts streaming forward, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank making a charge. Left-hand side of play and doesn't execute the cross.
It's a great ball.
It was Pogatetz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Forward so far, almost in the centre-forward position. Rockenbach. Mendieta into the area it goes now, and Manchester United lucky to get away with that one because it could have gone.
It's a point in ending. The glorious move up that left-hand side. Good ball in.
Pogatetz. Mendieta. He's looking up for somebody to aim for and plays a beautiful pass to Parnby, who's closed down by Rooney. And Boro going to throw near side, and Wayne's wound up.
Wayne's face, he's disturbed this afternoon. He's not had a kick, has he?
No. He's had to drop back into the midfield.
You have to compliment the three centre-backs.
And come on, Boris. Boro attacking into the stadium that has the United fans who are looking a bit frustrated at the moment at 2-0 down. Pitiful free kick. Mendieta. Mendieta gets the free kick. He's got caught as well there, Mendy. He stayed on the floor. The last thing Boro would want to do would be to lose Gaisca Mendieta with an injury in this game. Did you see what happened there?
No, I've just seen a tug on it. There was nothing in it. There was no malice.
I think he got caught above the eye. Let's have a little look here. Mendieta getting his shirt pulled, goes down.
I think Mendy's just want a rest.
Oh, hang on a minute. It was Sylvester's right knee that caught him in the face there. I'd like to see you get thumped above the eye and say there was nothing in that alley. And Mendy felt the force. Whether it was accident, well, it wasn't deliberate. No, it wasn't deliberate.
That's what I mean. It wasn't deliberate.
So a chance for Stuart Parnby to take a little drink of water whilst Mendy gets his treatment.
No smelling salts, so soon bring him round.
How do you sum it up 8 minutes before half-time?
Excellent first-half performance. As I say, the systems, what to treat. We've passed the ball. We've worked our socks off. We've got a 2-goal cushion, clean sheet. let's hope we can keep it this way until half-time.
Yet to just been checked he's okay there by Chris Mosley. Unfortunately, and thankfully, the accidental collision of Silvestra's knee above the left eye of Mendieta has meant nothing more than a dazed few moments for our Spanish star. And he'll be okay to come back on again.
And he has started this afternoon, Mendieta. He's been behind every move. Gave good support to the front two. Scored the first, made the second. I played a hand in the second.
Let's see what this cross can bring. Ferdinand clears it. United don't really get it away, do they? The edge of the penalty area. But now the blue shirts start to stream away. Fletcher. And Boro have just got to keep their concentration out. Botan picks it up.
A great challenge.
And yet a little dummy on it was, Bernie. Jimmy got a chance to have a little run on the right hand side against Richardson. Comes in field for Mendieta. Again, good build-up play. Mendy will look up. Look at that wing-back. What a delicious ball that is from Geisker.
But again, Pogatet's keeping his shape, Ali.
Pogatet's puts it in.
That's not a good cross, but again, Pogatet's is the outlet every time. You know he's going to be there. Fletcher's 20 yards off him.
Well, they changed the system, Manchester United, didn't they?
As is O'Shea.
When they replaced Bardsley and put O'Shea to the right.
Yeah, but still.
But it's exactly the same problem for Sir Alex. Nothing has changed from it all. Here's Richardson. 5 minutes away from half-time. 2-0 Boro lead. And again, the red shirts back in numbers. Left-footed ball, chested back towards Rooney. Botan close.
Rooney gets the ball with a 3-4 red shirt. Surrounds him.
An opportunity for Yakubu. In front of him, Rockenbach. That's going to be a free kick. The referee. And Rockenbach goes down as well. I wonder whether the referee might incline to take action here. Yes, yellow card.
He deserves it. I mean, I'm talking about Smith replacing Roy Keane. Surely not.
Well, it was a challenge there on Yakubu. Yakubu was up quickly away, so Rockenbach in front of him and late challenge by Alan Smith.
I do believe he tried to get the ball, but Yakubu was just too quick upstairs, flicked the ball away. And it's a right
yellow card. So we've seen Van Nistelrooy, now Alan Smith booked for Manchester United. Emmanuel Pogatetz has been booked for the Boro. The key stat is goals for, which is Boro 2, United 0. Barnaby heads it. Jimmy, right-hand side of the penalty area, has to bank into the box. Barnaby goes down. That's going to be a penalty, Bernie.
Definite.
That's going to be a penalty. Come on. And he's given it.
It's the right decision. No ifs or buts.
Oh, you can protest all you want, Kieran Richardson.
No, it's a definite penalty.
And he gave it. Well, that we spotted it here. It was bound to be a penalty kick. What's Van der Sar doing coming out of the penalty area?
Well, he said that,
get back in goal. Stop moaning.
He should go and concentrate on his own game. He's having a mare, as is Ferdinand. Two worst players I'm moaning. It's funny that, isn't it?
Well, Van der Sar.
Bad time. These guys all.
Let's have a little look here. Confirm our suspicion. Jimmy.
What a boy. What a boy.
There it is. Well, he's pulling his shirt. Yeah. That's clear penalty kick. Look at this here again. There goes Palmy. There's the pull. I mean,
oh, he's pulling him with his right hand.
Kieran Richardson.
I don't know. It's enough to bundle him to the ground.
But did Sir Alex agree? Was that a penalty?
Never agrees, Alex.
Well, the only thing we've got to do now is to convert the penalty.
I have to say, Ali, lovely reverse pass from Jimmy Floyd. Great awareness, great ball, great run for Parnaby. Definite penalty. Yakubu's a man to take it. This could be his, what, 6th, 7th of the season?
It would be his 7th win of the season. Yakubu, £7.5 million man, with the responsibility to put Boro into dreamland just before half-time, a 3-0 up against Manchester United. Am I talking too much before he did this?
No, I think you can be fairly confident. He's a cool character, Yakubu. Imagine 3-0 at half-time.
Well, let's see what happens.
Shockwaves through the Premiership.
Van der Sar on the line. Referee Alan Wiley happy. It's now up to Yakubu for 3-0. Can you believe it? Against Manchester United. The stadium quiet. Yakubu advances. Yakubu, he takes it and puts it into the opposite corner from Van der Sar's dive, and it is dream time at the Riverside. Well done, Yak. Before half-time, it's Boro 3, it's Manchester United 0. Something for Sir Alex to chew on.
Well, it's a great finish. He's kept his cool, he's kept his composure, and he sent Van der Sar the wrong way, placed into the left-hand corner. Van der Sar dives to the right. Brilliant finish.
Absolute composure.
It's a great finish, Ali. I mean, at 2-0 up, maybe there's less pressure when you're 2-0 up. That's a great goal.
The Manchester United fans behind that goal wouldn't have appreciated their view of it, but Yakubu strokes in the penalty kick, and the Boro fans, with every right to celebrate, and a collective shake of heads to say, can you believe it?
But Yakubu's had a tremendous season so far, Ali.
Well, there is the half-time whistle. Sir Alex wanders down the tunnel to prepare the hairdryer, I would imagine, but it's been all about Mendy. It's all been about Mendy, hasn't it?
I thought, Ali, throughout the first half, we kept our shape, we've kept our discipline. The wing-backs, Pan in pocket.
Hang on a minute, look at this. Look at this on the referee. Van der Sar's complaining, O'Shea's complaining, Rio's walking off, and the referee's got a couple of stewards for company there.
Rio will be lucky to come back out after that first half performance. But defensively, in the whole, we've been solid. The midfield, the closing down, the work rate's been immense. Mendy, well, he showed his class, hasn't he? Playing inside, he scored the first, had a hand in the second. Hasselbank scored a great second. And obviously Yakubu kept his composure to stroke in a third. But we've been in total control and made Manchester United look very ordinary.
Terrific first half. Half-time.
That's as good as it gets, Ali.
And that's coming from you, that is a compliment. Half-time at the Riverside Stadium then. It's Middlesbrough 3, it's Manchester United 0. Welcome back for the second half then of Middlesbrough against Manchester United at the Riverside Stadium. And the Manchester United team are already out of the dressing room very early indeed. Sir Alex must have had a few words to say.
I'm sure Sir Alex gave them a rocket, and a lit one at that. But Ali, there's one thing definite this afternoon: there'll be no one arrested for sleeping, as has happened in the past, because the first half was outstanding. It was exciting. 3 goals. Let's hope there's more to come.
He doesn't look happy, Wayne Rooney, at all. Manchester United clearly troubled this afternoon by the power of Boro's first half performance. 3 goals to 0 the advantage at the halfway stage. Is it over already? I'm not going to take my headset off and disappear.
No, Ali, no against a team like Manchester United. A lesser opposition possibly, but against Man United, it's never over till the fat lady sings, as they say.
As Yakubu, who scored that penalty just before half-time, contemplates what might come in the second half. Manchester United in blue will be attacking left to right. That's towards the end of the stadium that has their supporters. Boro attacking the new Holgate end, which was vibrant and noisy like the rest of the stadium in the first half. Alan Wiley gets us underway then. Will the second half be as good as the first? Let's hope so. O'Shea trying to make the first impression on the second period. They've got a lot of work to do. Jason Pack challenged well. Boateng in front of the back 4, back 5 really, to give it its credit. Players coming back in numbers just to make sure that at the start of the second half Boro don't concede an early goal. Powerful header, Chris Riggett. Free kick conceded by Mendieta. He had a terrific first half, didn't he?
He was outstanding.
Brilliant.
As I say, we've finally put him in his rightful position, and he's reaped the rewards, as has the team.
It was, we said in the first half commentary, a £28 million footballer's performance from Mendy in the first half. Manchester United stung by Sir Alex, no doubt. O'Shea into the penalty area. That was stopped well by Pogatetz. Proving he can get back defensively.
I thought O'Shea was going to go for the cross shot there. He opted to try and pick a man out. He maybe should have had a shot.
Kieran Richardson, who came on in the first half for United.
But not been in it.
No, not at all. There's a bit of danger here inside the penalty area, wide of the targets. That's a goal kick from Paul Scholes.
He's put him under pressure. And it was obviously a scuffed effort from Scholes.
No changes to the teams for the second half. It was Scholes just dropping into a little gap there, and he tried to get back to him. What do we really need to repeat second half that went so well first half? The wing backs, of course.
Keep getting the wing backs up there. Keep getting them up level with the front 2 and give them as many balls as possible, and hopefully they can deliver telling crosses to the front 2.
Kubu. Good hold up play. Good supporting play from Parnaby. Boro have a throw in on that far side. He has impressed since he joined from Portugal. You know, it's a big price tag, £7.5 million, isn't it?
It is, but he's certainly living up to the tag, Ali. 7 goals. Did very, very well.
Here's Rooney. Which is Frank. Chris Riggett, Matthew Bates. Again, the commentator's name. I was about to praise them there. And a bad ball. But there again, an equally bad.
Shut your big mouth.
Because otherwise there'd be silence and people would be shaking the telly.
Not a bad thing.
Mendieta, that's a great ball. Here's Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank. Hasselbank inside the penalty area. Hasselbank. Oh, and he allows Rio Ferdinand to come back. He's got in two minds, Jimmy.
Got in two minds, didn't know whether to cut inside and then try and shoot, or shoot first time. Ended up he did neither. But it was a lovely 1-2 with Mendieta. A good run for Jimmy, but really should have pulled the trigger earlier.
He's normally so assertive in those situations.
Usually he just stumps the ball, doesn't he?
Goes for
but
power.
On that occasion, he was caught in two minds.
That would have been 4-0 in the second half. Shape. Alan Smith. Just trying to playing it around the penalty area. Shot coming in, and that hits the side netting.
Well, it was a good touch for Rooney, good shot. Thankfully hit the side net.
Just go back to it. Jimmy will know that he had an opportunity there to really make it 4-0 and allow the second half to be luxury.
He who hesitates is lost. I mean, it's good play initially. Nice touch and spin for Jimmy. Leaves Ferdinand for dead. Gets her out his feet. I think he's going to hit it there. But he decides he wants to check inwards, and it gives Ferdinand a second bite of the cherry.
That's when he knows.
But I tell you what, Ferdinand looks like a pub player.
And Jimmy, but we were saying actually before the game that Rio Ferdinand's one of those players who he always has a little bit of trouble playing against. Well, not today.
Ferdinand's elegant and he's stylish, he's a good footballer, but is he an out-and-out great defender? I'll tell you what, my mate Pallister was better.
Was that the second time he came back?
No, he was hopeless the second time he came back.
Hope he hasn't got... Free kick go to Manchester United.
No, McClaren was right getting rid of him.
He was a great player, Gary Pallister. Free kick to Manchester United. Frank Kadri just getting the wrong side of Paul Scholes. So again, an opportunity for the visitors to get back into the game at the start of the second half.
It's a good position, only just outside the box, inside right position.
Mark Schwarzer guiding the wall.
He got his ball right,
Richardson, Rooney. You'd imagine that Wayne will have a go at this one. Mark Schwarzer happy now. 2 forwards, that's 6-7 man almost.
Yeah, and a charger.
Defensive wall. Rooney takes it over the wall, over the bar. Well, he got over the top of the wall, but he didn't get down enough.
Yeah, it wouldn't come down.
Let's just have another look at it. Over the top of the wall. And Mark Schwarzer getting the credit there for lining his wall up properly. And Wayne Rooney, when the first half was dropping back into the midfield to
that's frustrating,
get hold of the ball.
He's getting deeper and deeper, Rooney, as the game wears on.
Tell you something, if we carry on putting performance like this, it might be us narrowing the gap on Chelsea, not Manchester United.
I'm not even going to answer it.
And rightly so. But certainly if Boro could reproduce this performance regularly, a top 6 finish would be there. Yes, you're right. And this free kick, Silvestre protests his innocence. But you're right though, it's consistency, that's what we're looking for. More performances like this, we wouldn't be just dreaming about, we'd be thinking about a top 6 finish with a great deal of confidence. Let's just enjoy this afternoon. Mendy at the right hand side. Mendy had a chance to put the ball in, which he does. Oh, there's a slip there.
A great cut back, wasn't it?
Otherwise it would have been for a United Jason Pack right hand side of play. John O'Shea in support. Pogatetz closing down, working hard. It's a phrase can be used to all the Boro players. Goodness me, that's a terrible pass, isn't it, from Fletcher? Stuart Parnby coming in fields. Just rocking back in front of Boateng. The applause is for those red shirts comfortable in possession. After saying that, nearly given away. Boro get a free kick. Paul Scholes doesn't agree with that one. He hasn't had too much to do so far, the referee, in terms of the game itself. Not too many nasty challenges, but George Boateng was receiving treatment. Or wanting treatment, rather, as the game comes back.
I think George is showing the stud marks to the referee.
You never ever want to lose George Boateng from a game of football.
Well, we lost him last season for a few months and we struggled
from
big time.
December, Boxing Day time. You're rebuilding yourself, Bernard.
Hold on, Aldi, oblige. There you go.
I remember a commentary some time ago now when we were 2-0 up against Manchester United. You had one cheek out on that occasion. Well, it's 3 today and we might get the full moon before we finish. Van Nistelrooy. O'Shea. First touch was a little heavy. Cross towards the far side of the penalty area. Rooney tries to keep United in it as Richardson gives it back to Rooney. Rooney drills the ball across. Mark Schwartz, a good handling. He couldn't afford to lose it there.
No, if he spills it there, Van Nistelrooy's in the flash. It was a good ball for Rooney. I mean, it's a deep cross from O'Shea. Rooney gets a touch on.
He was determined, Rooney, to keep Manchester United involved in the play here. A lesser player might have just allowed the ball to go wide and let Richardson put it in. He went after it and caused a problem or two there. 3-0 Boro lead. Richardson's clearance towards Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy into a little bit of a gap inside the penalty. Was there a tug there? The referee says no. Van Nistelrooy might be accused of diving theatrically on some occasions. I wonder whether that was one. Well, I was just a little bit concerned for a moment the referee might have taken a dimmer view of that one. And he got it absolutely spot on. Let's have a look at this one. Kadre's across quickly. Van Nistelrooy. Actually, Van Nistelrooy was wondering where Kadre was before he went down there.
Richard get booked for cheating.
Yeah. Well, he has been accused, hasn't he, of rather too easily diving in the penalty area.
He's a quality player, Ali. Derrick's touch let him down. Who's he going to blame for that?
He's been rattled today. He was booked in the first half. His team are 3-0 down. This man, Mendieta, is having a terrific game of football. So too everybody else in the red shirts as well. Applause for the back pass.
There's Van Nistelrooy on his backside again.
Well, was that? Chris Riggins looking at him. I must admit, I was just watching the back pass to the goalkeeper, Mark Schwartz. I didn't see.
I think he ran into Riggins and then he wanted a free kick.
He's only kicked for Van Nistelrooy. If he picks up another card, he'll be off. O'Shea on the near side. And I think Manchester United's passing, letting them down in that final third of the pitch and rocking back, cushion header on a slip at the wrong time.
Tell you what, United couldn't pass the parcel.
They're having one of those days. It's one of those Middlesbrough days, actually. Free kick goal be conceded because there was the intent. It was the intent of the challenge, wasn't it, from Stuart Parnaby? You tend to forget when we talk about products of the academy that Stuart Parnaby's a product of the Middlesbrough academy.
Yeah.
Another hope. Just seems to have been around for quite a few seasons now, battling for first team place. Or is that a free kick? Referee saying play on inside the area. Van Nistelrooy at the angle, thought he was winding up a shot first time. Richardson with a chance to put his cross in. Oh goodness, that sums up their afternoon.
Yeah, that's terrible.
An opportunity for Richardson.
A lot of blue shots in the box, and Richardson just a wasted cross.
It wasn't as if he had any
no pressure.
Any pressure on him at all.
Time to lift his head, put an aim in the ball, and it was a poor cross from the kid.
Well, this is the other incident. Riggins saw.
Van Nistelrooy barges into Riggett, goes to the ground for the umpteenth time, and he's won a foul for that. He should be booked.
Well, a bit of gamesmanship, shall we say, on that particular occasion. Or a sub starting to warm up. Zillard Nemeth, Dorivert, James Morrison.
I mean, to be fair, Van Nistelrooy, Rooney have had a frustrating afternoon.
Hang on a minute, Bernie. He is Mendy in the centre circle. Mendy, just for a moment.
Sylvester just intervened there last minute.
Otherwise, Kuba would have been away. And on for 4-0.
It's a hospital ball. What I call a hospital ball, Ali. It's not a clean hit pass. It's a 40-60 ball, if you like.
Well, it's been one of those performances from the team in blue. If you didn't know the name and you'd come down from Mars, you'd have thought this team were being made to look like, say, relegation candidates, really. Boro's performance has been that good, and Manchester United's performance has been that poor. Van der Sar. It was error. I still think it was a terrific Mendy shot. Middlesbrough off to a flyer in the second minute. And since then, it's been by and large all one traffic towards Van der Sar's goal. That's another example. Good. Sir Alex returns. There's some dreadful passing going on here from the visitors. When you've got an opportunity to pick out a player.
You know, people will state, oh, come on. You know, you can see the headlines tomorrow.
Well, there he is, look.
If we go on and win the game. People say, oh, as an inferior Manchester United team, the big boys weren't playing. No, they haven't been. You know, the Keanes and Giggs, as we mentioned before the game, are missing. But they've still got Van Nistelrooy and Rooney out there.
Mendy, look at this right-hand side now. Parnaby streaming up in support of the attack. Great opportunity this. Parnaby puts his cross inside the penalty area. Oh, and it's back to the goalkeeper. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was frustrated there. That was terrific combination play again.
I mean, I thought Stewie maybe should have delivered that split second earlier, but never. He delayed his cross. He eventually got it in. Jimmy, I think O'Shea just stepped in front.
Did he mask the?
Yeah. And he lost the flight of the ball. I'm sure that's what happened. Jimmy knew nothing about it.
For a moment, that was going to be the moment to shout 4-0 to the Boro against Manchester United. I'm still waiting for that. United inside the penalty though. Chance on the turn, shot takes deflection. Mark Schwartz is there. And Rooney.
Yeah, just showing his danger, Rooney again.
He also showed his studs there, did he, to Mark Schwartz as Boro cleared it. Out. Oh yes, the referee. I thought so. The referee bringing it back. Mark Schwartz is having a little word with Alan Wiley. Rooney. Well, we've seen him on a number of occasions, both internationally and at club level, get wound up, steam coming out of the ears when things are not going Wayne's way. And say things not going United's way. It's the Boro fans you can hear, naturally. And the season so far bedevilled with poor home performances by and large. This has been an afternoon to remember. Jimmy. Guys, Mendy, and from distance wide of the target.
It's a good hit. I thought it looked decent for the bottom right-hand corner. I just thought it was going to nestle in the back of the net, but unfortunately it was off target.
Let's have a second view of this one.
A good play for Jimmy Floyd. Plays into the path of Mendy, gets out his feet. He drills it using the laces. And he was off target.
I don't think wouldn't have that one. Just from oh, let's hang on a minute. Let's see. No, let's go back to it. Hang on.
Come on, Alex.
Let's just keep staying with Mendy. Mendy is involved so much. I'll make my point
You're
in a
getting
moment.
too excited.
I think so, and rightly so today. I think Sir Alex actually now will technically at the minute. Perhaps wants to join the Boro.
I think Sir Alex left.
Pogatet slips, Boro in the free kick. Just briefly go back to it. If Mendy had hit the target and scored, United would have been looking at themselves because there was no blue shirt anywhere near him, was there?
No, they disappeared.
It was really wide open for Mendy to have a go. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to come on. Jason Pack is going to come off. There he goes. Just shaking the hand from Sir Alex.
I mean, to be fair to Fergie, he could have put a number of boards up, a number of numbers.
It's the old phrase, you could put the number 11 board up,
yeah.
Everyone could have walked off. Cristiano Ronaldo's come on though. A winger for a winger. For a free kick. Nice Mendy, bubbled a bit awkwardly from there. Barnaby taking a good position, attacking position, cross inside the box, chest. And he stumbled just a moment from Jimmy.
He's cushioned it in his chest and he just stumbled at the last second.
Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo's first touch. Dear me, goes down far too easily there. I thought George Boateng, the referee's given the free kick. Free kick is taken. And again, Manchester United in the final third, conceding possession. I think George was bubbling up a bit there. Ronaldo, again, we talk about Van Nistelrooy's ability, if you can call it ability, to go down too easily under challenges. Cristiano Ronaldo is very similar, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, but
just a touch with a feather and he's down on the floor, rolling around all over the place.
But he's some player. He is blessed with skill and ability. He's super quick, 2 good feet, and
don't start to worry me too much. I'm enjoying the afternoon. A clearance there, which caused a bit of pain. Here's Mendieta again. Parnby, look at him. He's getting forward there. And get a little bit behind him. For once, Ferdinand can take it down easily on his chest to Ronaldo. Ronaldo tries to get between defenders, and then he goes down again. And this time, quite right, the referee says no free kick.
Well done, the referee. He was certainly looking for that.
And he's being told that, isn't he?
I mean, he's surrounded with 4 red shirts. He just played it in between them, dived.
Pogatet's is furious because remember, Pogatet's he's on a yellow card from the first half, and he's a bit fearful that if the referee sees any of these as free kicks, that's a clear case of Ronaldo trying to buy a free kick, then he could, be walking towards the dressing room. Simulation, is it what they call it? Either way.
Call it what you like. I thought you said something else there.
All right. Well, we try to, as you can see, we've enjoyed our afternoons, doing Middlesbrough winning, and 3-0. This is one of the best Riverside afternoons for quite some time. There's Kieran Richardson again. His touch was a little in front of him there. Boro backed off. Shape. Now here's Ronaldo, gets away from Rockenbach, step over, inside the area, stacks up towards the far post, and Boro just about get away with that one. And if we've seen Cristiano Ronaldo produce the side of the game which is negative, in other words the diving, that was terrific wing play.
Yeah, great bit of trickery there on the right-hand side, great delivery, and unlucky there.
Away from Rockenbach quickly.
I mean, it's that step over, bit of pace, it's a smashing delivery.
Just stacked into the box, and Boro with players back in numbers. And Stevie Gibson's name yelled around the stadium once more.
Well,
10 years,
Chairman,
of course, 10 years at the Riverside. It's his decision to come here. And I think I said a few moments ago, Bernie, this is probably going to be one of the best games we've seen at the Riverside in the past
Steve will
10
be
years.
delighted as chairman. I mean, in anything the chairman's delivered.
Just a second, there's a problem here for Rockenbach. Stretcher needed. So on the subs bench, still on Nemeth, Oliver, James Morris and Mark Viduka. Well, let's hope the Rockenbach will be okay.
Happened, yeah. Begin back to Gibson, anything he's promised over the years he's delivered. The fantastic training facilities, the big names, but an established Premiership outfit. He promises a cup. We win the Carling Cup.
And European football.
And European football, of course.
And as Rockenbach has been stretched off the pitch, it's going to be coming on here. Doriver. It'll be frustrating for Fabio Rockenbach to come off because Middlesbrough playing well, 3-0 up. And a chance for him to have made a big impression on it. But Doriver comes on. And Doriver actually found himself a bit unlucky to be starting on the bench, because I know when we were doing the commentary on the Everton game in midweek in the Carling Cup, you thought he was one of the candidates for your man of the match.
And he's did very well this season, Ali. He's not a glamour player. He's neat, he's tidy, puts himself about. But he did very well.
With him playing the holding rod, you can see it there. Allow Boateng to go probably a little bit more forward. Mendy is already enjoying going forward, but it's defensive work here. O'Shea, edge of the box.
Good interception with Boateng.
This could be interesting.
Good ball, Rio.
Boro pick it up second time.
Is Rio playing well?
Hang on, Jimmy Floyd Hasselman, the captain, accelerating towards the penalty area, gets his shot away, and it's a goal kick.
Well, he had a couple of options, Jimmy, didn't he? Could have fed it to Yakubu on his left, decided to go alone. And he's unlucky, way off target, but we can live with that. I mean, it's a good touch, and he's run it Sylvester. I think Smith's breathing down his head, so wary of that.
But when he hits the ball, Hasselbank, the football remains hit well and truly.
You have to say it was a terrible defensive clearance from Ferdinand.
Yes. What was it you told? Put it wide, never head it back from where the ball's come. That's exactly what he did there. So any youngsters watching this about the art of defending, don't follow that.
No, watch Riggett and company.
Yeah, correct. And Bates. Riggett, Bates, Kadre have all been terrific today. He is Doriver. Just a little bit there. And
that was his first touch, Doriver.
Always difficult to come onto a game. Kieran Richardson. Although he's drifted out now to the left wing. That step over once more, trademark stuff, deflects into the area. Mark Schwarzer gets on the first bounce. Well, Ronaldo has an ability to turn a match, but 3-0? Surely not. Mendy, Hasselbank, Yakubu, all first half. I'm going to go for Boro second half so far. New Holgate End will be feeling it's about time that they've seen a goal in front of them. All the action of their end first half. There's more goals in this game. I just think the way in which Manchester United with Ferdinand and Silvestre a little bit uncertain in the heart of the defence. If Boro can get at them, especially in the closing moments.
It's not been as fluent in the second half.
Mendieta though.
Couldn't keep the pace up, surely.
Back heel. Oscar Mendieta's been a good influence in the second half, as he was in the first. Boro get a free kick. Smith, he'd be lucky here, because he was booked first half.
Opponents more than the ball, Smith.
He's trying too hard to impress himself or impose himself in that role that Shalek feels he can play, which is the Roy Keane role. But you do wonder, if he hadn't had a card already, he'd have had a card for that, wouldn't he?
Definitely.
The referee, Frank, I think Frank's asking the point there now as to why or not. Just saying why. A little Gallic shrug of the shoulders from Monsieur Kadre there as Alan Smith has been told to come towards the referee. Final warning, Alan. Otherwise, you're off. I always just still see him as a striker, not as a midfield player. Smith.
Totally agree.
Right, so with this free kick into the box. Unfortunately for once, Jimmy's having a bit of a go. There's an apology there. You can always tell it's a good game when Jimmy isn't having too much of a go, because he cares and he wants to win.
Jimmy at times moans if there's not a moan.
Well, there's been no problem this afternoon. Matthew Bates. It was actually Matthew Bates was with Manchester United as a youngster, around 12 years of age. And let go. Here's Ferdinand.
Good pressure from
Good pressure.
Go on, Rio.
I suppose today, Sir Alex, we wish you had Matthew Bates instead of Rio.
How much did Rio cost?
Well, a lot of money's been exchanged on Rio Ferdinand since he left West Ham United. Well, let's watch Boro. Jimmy's appealing for a handball there by Silvestre. Danger, because it's Rooney. Bates against Rooney. Rooney sprinting away far side. Good tracking back.
Rooney had the opportunity to cross. He tried to check back, and well done, Bates. Stuck to the task. There's Rio again, right at ball time.
He almost picked out a red shirt there. We're seeing some magnets in the first half. Ferdinand's clearance seemed a magnet for red shirts. Ronaldo in the box. Van Nistelrooy will make a little move now, and he goes. Mark Schwarzer should get it, and does. He was under pressure, wasn't he? But it was hung up really, and Mark Schwarzer gathers it. Yet again, he's had a good afternoon, Mark Schwarzer. Not really called on, but crosses that have come in, he's been there. When there was that dangerous cross come shot in the second half, he didn't let his handling didn't let him down. Steve McClaren will be happy with the second half so far, 3-0.
He must be delighted, Ali. I mean, Steve, along with the team, came in for criticism because of the home performances, and they were 3-0 up at this minute in time against Manchester United.
Well, the last performance. Well, let's just watch this for a moment before we talk stats. Rooney puts in the box, headed away by Riggett. Still, there's blue shirt danger. That was handball, though. That's going to be a free kick. What's Fletcher? It was handball. So, I think stuck your morning, please, Darren. Clearly handball. The referee's going to. Well, there's a yellow card. I was thinking to me, it was handball. So he has a bit of a go. Let's just watch this to confirm my suspicions. There we are. That's handball. And then he's go to the referee and gets a yellow card. You can see why Manchester United will be less than impressed.
I'm not so sure.
That was handball.
You need a new pair of glasses.
Very good. I didn't pass biology at school. After going on a rant, you see another replay. You think, oh, well, possibly not. Did I get away with it? No, Bernie nipped in there. Just at the wrong moment. Ferdinand finds Fletcher. Look at that. Just to think of, I was going to mention Bernie Boro's last performance here was against Portsmouth. What a world of difference this has been.
As I say, the games at Riverside, Ali, have been disappointing, majorly disappointing. Arsenal apart, Liverpool opening day of the season, I thought Gerrard should have scored 10 that day, and that's not exaggerating.
But he's been the difference.
Oh, he's been class.
Absolutely.
I mean, but it just begs the question, 2 years, why have we not played him there?
I don't suppose it's for me to answer that question, is it really?
Well, you ask Steve McClaren the next time you see him.
I always ask those type of questions.
Yeah, right.
Mendiet has been the game's big influence. He's again. Let's see if we can get the fourth from here. This is promising. Feed him in. Mendieta inside the penalty area. Mendieta looks up for support. Surely this must be foul. And a block there by some. Was it? No, it's Alan Smith, wasn't it?
That's a great ball. Great cut back from Mendy. Great cut back. They were queuing up to have a go.
And determined play. Boro get a free kick over on that far side. Jimmy Floyd has it was Mendieta again. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, he's been magnificent this afternoon.
I think I said in the comments, feed him in, because there he goes.
I think Jimmy's fed him in, and he just dragged it back. It's unlucky, Yakubu.
It was Alan Smith, wasn't it, with defensive work there, helping out his back four. For a free kick, the youngsters there watching on. They've had a great afternoon so far. Mendieta takes it, right foot into the penalty area now, and there's Well, he's a little bit underneath it there. Frank Kudra.
I think the goal kicked him off Kudru's head.
Well, he adds height, doesn't he, Frank, when he goes forwards? Also relied upon to chip him with a few goals.
Was he giving a corner?
Well, I just thought that hit Kudra's head and went out of play.
What do we know?
Well, Alan Wiley saw it as a corner, bothered to the chance for a fourth goal. He's the man who makes the decision. I think easy from the Boro fans. Mendieta to take this corner. Riggets, Pogatetz, Yakubu craning for a view. Mendieta delivers it, right-footed. Goalkeeper Van der Sar collects it easily. It was disappointing by Mendy's standards.
What about that? That sums up Manchester United.
Goodness gracious me. Silvestre with his clearance, which was ragged in the extreme. A picture paints how many words, Bernard?
Just like the Fergie there.
Oof. You wouldn't like to be going out with him tonight, would you? But by and large, Sir Alex enjoyed success at the Riverside. He picked up the Premiership trophy, didn't he?
Yeah.
With, and Gary Pallister was playing with Manchester United.
Yeah.
Cantona. Was that back in '96, I think it was.
But when you look at that team and those players, this is an inferior team. Not taking anything away from us, we've been brilliant.
But he's rebuilding again, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's Boro fans again raising their voices. Ferdinand's clearance. Oliver. Oh, touch a little heavy, but
I thought he showed too much of the ball.
Yes, I thought so for a moment. Mendieta. That looked handball to me. But again, you've proved me wrong once in a handball decision, so I shouldn't mention that. United coming away with it. Rooney, Van Nistelrooy, Richardson, Ronaldo making tracks. Van Nistelrooy in the box. Richardson's cross deflects for a corner kick. They had a few players forward there, didn't they?
They did.
United.
But they've still got a lot of red shirts back there competing now. Many three centre-backs, Kudru, Riggett and Bates have been immense.
Oh, use your phrase, sleeping in though here.
Slipped in.
Hang on a moment. Richardson's cross deflects off Mendieta. Boateng clears.
Yeah, we slipped in.
Smith. Come on, we could possibly break if we can pick it up. Smith volleys the ball back into his own half.
Smith.
Bounces here. Yakubu's after it. Yakubu get and still there's red shirts forward. Pogatetz with possession. Momentum lost from it there.
Smith must have had a bump in the head.
Yakubu on the left. I just thought for a minute he'd almost plays in on a 2-on-1 situation there as Boateng slides in and it goes all the way back into Boro's half. You get applauded for heading the ball back to your keeper at the moment. But just to go for that opportunity, Smith in his attempt to just play back in his own half nearly gave us a terrific chance for 4-0 in the crowd. There was easy chance again. And Ferdinand's header. And every time their central two get it, if you were out there on the pitch, you'd think you'd have a chance, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
Ronaldo. He's urging O'Shea to continue to move here. O'Shea's cross. Richardson, edge of the air. Thought about hitting it, I'm sure, there, but his cross is picked off by Riggett. A volley coming back, and Mark Schwarzer. Watch it go wide from
he hit it sweet enough, but it lacked direction.
And I think from that range, with that power, Mark Schwarzer would have had it anyway.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Oh, I think, yes, the goalkeeper would have had it.
When this game finishes, will you go to the opticians?
You say that every game. The opticians in the Borough learn a fortune off me and my new glasses. I'll have to go to that second-hand bin and pick a few out. But at 3-0, it remains as comfortably as it was at half-time. Mendieta, Hasselbank, Yakubu in the first half. A chance of second half for a fourth haven't been taken. And that was a case of two players there wary of
both backed out.
Backed out of it. Which is unusual because
turned their backs and the ball went between the two of them.
Unusual because Pogatetz normally likes the physical side of the game. Yakubu. Three United players there. Yakubu going towards the byline. Yakubu still with possession. Mendieta goal! Ganeska Mendieta has ended the afternoon with a flourish. That was a terrific finish from Mendy. He's had a fabulous game of football, and And it's Boro 4, Manchester United 0.
We have to say Yakubu was the architect. I mean, the throw-in comes to Yakubu, plays a 1-2. He takes on Ferdinand, leaves him for dead, drives to the byline, cuts it back, lays it in the plate, and Mendy, who for me has been man of the match, drills it into the left-hand corner. It's a great finish, but it's a great ball from Yakubu. That's the way he likes him as a striker. And it was a great setup, great finish.
Mendieta, love that. Look at the smiles.
Is this Manchester United or Leicester we're playing?
Look at the smiles. Mendy celebrating, everybody celebrating. It's 4-0, you can barely believe it, against Manchester United, but Boro have been that good. Hey, Sir Alex, it's easy. Do you think you heard me?
I doubt it.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
But it was.
I think we're going to make a substitution here. Still had Nemeth come on. Jimmy going off.
Oh, Jimmy's did his business this afternoon. He's contributed with. He's worked tirelessly. He scored the goal.
There's a smile on Alex Smith's face there.
No, I don't believe you.
He's given Jimmy his tracksuit top.
I think it was a fly in his nose.
Everybody's green today from ear to ear. 4-0 against Manchester United. And how many more can Middlesbrough rack up this afternoon? Still got another 13 minutes left for play. By handball by Van Nistelrooy. But Mendy and Boro have been terrific.
Free kick, he's played the advantage.
He's bringing it back. There could be more goals in it here. Alan Wiley giving Middlesbrough a free kick.
But I tell you what, looking at Rio Ferdinand, he'll be lucky to go on the plane in the summer for the World Cup finals in this display.
Well, Alan Smith's trying to get his colleagues to respond. But we've been that good. And have they really been that bad?
Let's be honest, we have played excellent. We have not allowed Manchester United to play. They've still got a lot of talent. They've got Ferdinand, Rooney, Van Nistelrooy, Scholes. They are world-class players. But on the day, we have totally outclassed them.
Absolutely. Consolation, no more than that it would be were United to score. Everybody wants to keep that clean sheet.
Ronaldo, it's important to keep a clean sheet, Ali, because United don't deserve a goal.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo there, trying to take on Pogatetz, who stood in his way, and you don't get round Emmanuel Pogatetz. We've already learned that this season, and Manchester United supporters heading already for the exits.
I'm surprised they've stayed this long.
Back across the
3-0 down at half-time, I thought they'd have gone.
3-0 down half-time, 4-0 down, and there's still 10 minutes plus to play here. So when you're out on the pitch at 4-0 up with 10 to go, it's a great position. Do you just then say, well, hey, come on, as many as you want here?
I don't know if I've played in a team that's been 4-0. I don't know.
Answers on a postcard, please, I suppose, Bernard. To that
it must be a great feeling and a luxury knowing you're 4-0 up with minutes ticking away. It's all about keeping the ball now, and you get an opportunity to try and get another one.
Yes, 5 would be, well, I said 4 would be terrific. Goodness knows what we'll say were it to be 5.
I mean, Marino must be celebrating. He must have the champagne and the cigars out.
But if Boro could just be like this on a regular basis, we could break into that top 6.
Again, it's the inconsistency.
Yeah. But let's just
It's easy motivating yourself against the big sides. So the lesser side, you have to motivate themselves.
So Nemeth. Well, time. Man of the match. Mendieta. I normally ask you for your man of the match, but you already said that when he scored.
Ali, it's a tough old decision. There's some great performers, but Mendieta has been outstanding. I mean, his passing, his movement, his creative play. He scored the goal. He scored 2 goals. He's been brilliant.
Well, it does take time, as we said in the first half, commentary to come back from the bad injury he sustained as United wasted another pass.
He's more comfortable in there. He's adapted greater in there. That's where he's played in the past. He's not getting any younger. He's, 33? He's come back from a serious injury. He lacks pace. And when he's gone outside right, that's been exposed. He's not got the pace or the out-and-out trickery. But in the middle, it suits him to a T. Or it has today, anyway.
Well, he's certainly tormented the Manchester United defenders. So glimpses of a few there. And some severe discussions in the opposition dressing room at the end of the game. The home dressing room would be a great place to be in. Mendieta. Mendy again involved. Good challenge. That's been the thing. The three central defenders have been a rock on which Manchester United have floundered today. Khedira, Riggett, Bates. A performance of which I'm sure Captain Gareth Southgate watching on will be very proud of indeed. Manchester United left-hand side. Can I take a deflection? Kieran Richardson is wanting the corner kick. Okay, Mendy's got the man match. We talk about leaders as well in every area. Chris Riggett is, for a young man, has marshalled people around him today.
Yeah, the three centre-backs. Young Bates has been immense as well. 18 years old, Riggett, Khedira. Everybody's played a part.
And Schwarzer goes up, gathers it. Comfortable height. There's a quick check around him.
It's a good throw.
I think we could. Oh, stop for a moment. We're going to break on here. It nearly went the way of Salah Nemeth. Ronaldo. Richardson on that left-hand side, and again Boro picking it off, and it's Doriver. Manchester United careless. So close there to Yakubu. Yakubu through one challenge. And it could have gone possibly either way there. Yakubu was nearly profiting from another slack piece of play by the Manchester United defence. We've got Chelsea to come next, Manchester United. Mourinho won't be worrying what he's seen here. Crossing the Middlesbrough box. And Mark Schwarzer collects it. Almost a complete performance. There's not been one area left.
As it gets, Ali. I think it's important to try and run at the time and keep a clean sheet.
Get some more.
If we were to get a fifth, that would be amazing.
And Rio Ferdinand has had an afternoon to forget.
I'm glad I didn't make any rash predictions before the game.
That's normally my territory, isn't it? But then again, I'd have gone for 6-0, so I'm still 2 goals down at the moment. But Middlesbrough might get them. Dan Fletcher is on the edge of the game and booked for that handball. Cristiano Ronaldo seemed to be running into trouble there. Any goal now for United would only be a consolation, but we don't want to concede it. Right hand side, Fletcher's cross hits against Pogatetz. Pogatetz, especially first half, provided that burst forward, didn't he, on the left wing? He was terrific.
Three goal cushion. There's no need to keep driving forward.
4 goal cushion now. Corner kick. Manchester United take it, swing it in, right foot into the box, heading to the edge of the area. Yakubu trying to busy himself. Yakubu putting pressure on Richardson. Had to be strong then, was. Scholes. Little touch wide of the target. Never going to trouble Mark Schwarzer. And it really is going to be an evening for everybody on Teesside to enjoy. There'll be a bit of a carnival down Linthorpe Road, Bernard. See you there for a par more later on, Sean.
There always is a carnival on Linthorpe Road, Danny. Win, lose or draw.
James Morrison's going to come on for the Boro. And Wes Brown going to come on for Manchester United. Great time for the Youths to come on. 4-0 up. Morrison can enjoy his run out. For the official programming the boards. Let's have a quick look. Guys, Kamendi to burn. This will be some ovation.
Yeah. Standing ovation. Thoroughly deserves it. Did brilliant getting back from injury. He's played in that position where we all says he should be played in.
Yep.
He's been outstanding. Made 1, scored 2, and he's come off at 4-0 up.
Brilliant display. Manager gives him a pat on the back there. Every patting Mendy on the back. Burnley giving him the man of the match. And James Morrison's come on for the remainder of the game. And, there goes Rio.
Yeah, Sir Alex Face says it all.
Sir Alex didn't even acknowledge his centre-half there.
I think that's good management.
He didn't acknowledge him.
He just watched him having a nightmare and just gave him the hook, didn't say a word, and let him know who's boss.
At 4-0.
Some managers are scared to take off their stand men.
Yes.
Fergie's definitely not one of them.
Ferdinand.
And that's how you lead by example. No, it's easy taking the kiddies off or having a rollicking at the kiddies. We've seen managers and heard managers doing it in the past. But Fergie, you hit the kingpin, then you get the admiration of the rest of the team.
As Boro fans just enjoying the rest of their afternoon. 4-0. Man of the match, Mendieta, can sit and watch for the remainder of the game. Let's go back to James Morrison. He last season has got some great goals in European competitions.
Get 3 in Europe last season.
Yeah,
he had a great time.
Another of those players who so much will be expected in the seasons to come, and much will be saved in the transfer market as a result of the work of the academy. Bates. Well, he's I thought for a moment he was just going to drop there.
He was on as well.
Yes, and there's a slip by Alan Smith
for the umpteenth time.
Somebody should check the boots, shouldn't they? I just thought for a moment there was going to be a chance there for 5. Manchester United on the left-hand side. Rooney in the box. O'Shea joined in. Scholes as well. Alan Smith. And 2 fans whistling. There's Ronaldo now still with his possession. Puts his cross in. That's a dangerous looking cross, and it goes wide.
It's a great ball.
O'Shea was there, wasn't he?
Should have did better, O'Shea. Great bit of skill from Ronaldo. Great delivery. And O'Shea knows he's fluffed it.
Just to comment,
should have at least hit the target.
I'd say that if the 2 blue shirts had been swapped there, if it had been Van Nistelrooy attacking it instead of O'Shea, that might have been a different story. It's a good ball in. The header going wide. Well, the 2 fans just looking at the watches at the moment, wondering how long left is. Matthew Bates. It's had a composed afternoon. The stewards around the outside of the pitch show us a sign the game is in its concluding stages.
As a player, when you're enjoying it,
you don't want it to end, do you?
You don't want it to end. You want to keep it going. Get as many goals as you can.
O'Shea getting a yellow card for carelessly kicking the ball, needlessly, not carelessly, needlessly kicking the ball away. He becomes another Manchester United player to get the yellow card. There's been Alan Smith, John O'Shea, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Darren Fletcher.
There's certainly one in the card count.
But not in the goal count. 4-0. He's happy. He's wanting Zidane Nemeth to make an impact on things. Here's Pogatetz carrying on forward. Pogatetz goes down.
He's looking for it. He knew he'd lost the ball.
He's still looking for his first goal for Boro, Emmanuel Pogatetz. There's Frank Kedra. There's a little look up. And straight down. I heard the manager there talking about going in the corners. So he won't be happy that Frank went straight down the pitch towards the strikers. All fans just riding out the game. That's a good challenge, Matthew. But he has had a good game today.
He's been outstanding.
Read the game well. He's just 18 years of age. Hasn't been fazed by facing Rooney, Van Nistelrooy. There's Yakubu. With that foot in there. Might have done. O'Shea went to the floor. Yakubu just operating as the lone striker at the moment. After Jimmy went off, with Zidane Nemeth possibly playing more of a midfield role.
But it's been one hell of a performance.
It's been terrific.
Each and every one of them deserve the plaudits, Ali.
I thought you were going to see each everyone deserves a bottle of champagne.
I wouldn't
There's no grapes growing at the moment to be giving out that many bottles of this stuff. Well, 4-0, and keep saying it. Big afternoon. Come on, let's see if we can get 5. Zidane Nemeth inside his own half. He wants a bit of movement. Pogatetz.
Playing keep ball.
Yes.
No need to rush it now.
Yakubu and Foshi.
Stop the ball. Keep the ball moving.
Manchester United here. Ronaldo.
Bates
slid across. We've said that a few times the last couple of moments. Bates getting the plaudits. Ronaldo coming up against the Boro youngster. I think guilty of overplaying a couple of moments ago when Yakubu forgot to carry on the movement and lost possession. And now comes Mark Schwarzer. Has it been as good as anything you've seen at the Riverside over the last 10 years then, this one?
I think it's as good, Ali, because you look at the opposition, don't you? It's Manchester United, and I think it's been one hell of a performance, as good as I've seen. Especially in the last 3 years of Steve McClaren's reign.
Yeah.
I mean, under Brian Robson with some great performances, but I can't recall us ever beating Manchester United before.
No. There's the referee there. Look at his watch. fairly shortly as Manchester United continue to find or look for a consolation. How many step overs is that? He's got to deliver it.
He's a forward, that's frustrating.
Hey, come on, we can break away here. George Boateng streaming out. Unfortunately, he's running into trouble there. I thought for a moment he was going to just carry on there, George Boateng. Look at him, he's up, sprinting back defensively.
And this is late on in the game.
It is. The 80 goal was timed in the 77th minute. Well, United have had some possession of the ball in the last few minutes.
To the
Across the box, heading away.
The ball did nothing with it.
Still blue shirts with it. Shots. Where's that going to go? Mark Schwarzer tries to get there. It bounces a little bit.
It's important to stay switched on.
Stay
focused. Not concede, stay focused. Try and keep this clean sheet. We deserve one.
Yeah, Mark Schwarzer indicating that in his comments to the defence. Scholes to take this corner in front of a dwindling number of visiting supporters. Delivery now. Paul Scholes into the penalty area. Ronaldo with the header. Oh, that's disappointing. That's 4-1. That is Manchester United's 1000th Premier League goal, but not an afternoon for celebration. It's 4-1. Just disappointing.
Disappointing, Ali. United didn't deserve a goal, and Schwarzer will be furious. I mean, it's a good delivery. I think it was young Bates. Ronaldo just got above him and head into the corner. Good delivery from Scholes, but really, it's a clean header, isn't it?
It is.
And it's disappointing, because a clean sheet's important, especially for defenders and in particular the goalkeeper.
Well, no celebration from the United bench. That's almost the final moment of the game, you would think of. As Yakubu now, referee, checks the watch. That is the final moment of the game, so the Ronaldo late goal shouldn't take any of the polish whatsoever in one of the best Riverside performances. Boro 4, Manchester United 1.
Well, it was an outstanding performance, Sally, from start to finish. I mean, it wasn't as fluent in the second half, but overall we passed it well, we created chances, we worked our socks off, and obviously scored 4 smashing goals. The only disappointment was losing that, or conceding that late goal.
Well, the fans enjoyed it thoroughly. Hope you enjoyed the watch. Middlesbrough defeating Manchester United by 4 goals to 1. Gais Gamendi getting 2. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank and Yakubu the other goal scorers. Ronaldo late on for Manchester United. Pushed the Boro players who deserve all of the plaudits and all of the applause. It ends at the Riverside. Boro 4, Manchester United 1.